Good morning. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to participate in this important forum on an issue that's central to my work as Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom. The United States strongly supports freedom of religion or belief, including for members of religious minority communities worldwide. This freedom extends to everyone, everywhere. My office opposes laws that impede individuals' ability to choose or practice a faith, change their religion, or choose not to practice a religion. We do so not only because it is the right thing to do, but also because we know that these laws undermine peace and security. Blasphemy and apostasy laws run counter to the fundamental freedoms of expression, religion, or belief that are enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. We have also seen repeatedly that limits on freedom of expression, including religious expression, decrease political stability and suppress peaceful dissent. Although we see violations of freedom of religion or belief and freedom of expression all around the world, I note that about a dozen Muslim majority countries today levy the death penalty for exercising those fundamental freedoms. Governments and individuals wield these laws against members of religious minority groups and any individual whose religion or belief differs from those in power or the majority. One report found that Muslims account for more than half of those arrested, prosecuted, or punished under such laws. My office uses every tool available to advocate for the rights of all people everywhere to exercise their beliefs according to their conscience. In many countries, we witness the impact of enforcement of these laws on individuals' lives, their families, and their communities. Those accused of blasphemy risk being shunned by their families, excluded by their communities, and are sometimes subject to mob violence and even death sentences. All too often, there is only the semblance of due process and little accountability for the perpetrators of violence. We regularly call on governments to repeal or curb the abuse of blasphemy and apostasy laws, as well as other laws that infringe upon freedom of religion or belief and freedom of expression. We partner with diverse members of civil society, including NGOs, academic experts, activists, and faith actors of all traditions to promote respect, tolerance, and social inclusion. We continue to leverage Resolution 1618, adopted by the UN Human Rights Council in 2011, which signified a monumental shift in the international approach to addressing the right to freedom of expression in upholding the right to freedom of religion or belief. I was deeply involved in this resolution's passage. In a previous role at the department, I worked closely with the OIC and with OIC governments to ensure that the resolution enshrined a shared commitment by governments to protect and uphold both rights in tandem, instead of an approach that previously focused on limiting and even criminalizing speech. Societies can only flourish when free religious discourse can shape and enrich public debate. As I have noted, these tools for peaceful discourse and debate start very early in education. Next week, at the United Nations General Assembly, I will launch a Pathways to Respect initiative focused on educational pathways that advance respect for freedom of religion or belief. My office will partner with governments and civil society, including faith actors, educators, and advocates in supporting education that reinforces tolerance and respect for differences. With your expertise and your commitment to advancing tolerance and pluralism, I am hopeful about what we can achieve together. Thank you so much.